Hey everybody, just want to start with saying I hope everyone had a very, very Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the New Year's, and I hope y'all have a good New Year's. I want to talk about Cyberpunk. So I've actually had a few people message me through Facebook, different things. They see that I play Cyberpunk and stream it sometimes, and they were asking me if I think that if they should get it. So I figured I'd do this quick video and kind of break down a very fast, quick video on whether or not I feel like you should buy Cyberpunk 2077 as of right now. It is December 27th, 2020. And yeah, I'm going to tell you if I think, depending on what you're using, if you should get it or not. So yeah, so let's start this by saying it all depends on your hardware. All right, so if you're using a high-end PC or even a medium-range PC, you're probably going to be okay. I would say if you have looked forward to Cyberpunk, if you like first-person games, if you like RPGs, big open-world games, definitely get it on PC. That being said, with the Xbox Series X, get it. You're good. You may have a few little bugs here, glitches there, but nothing that's going to be game-breaking or just completely pull you out of the experience. As for the PS5, I would also say get it. Go for it. If that's what you want, do that. Get it for the PS5. Now, for the Xbox One X, that's what I'm playing on. And I have had a few issues, mostly with rendering. It seems like the game's biggest issues, at least for me, from my experience, has been with rendering. So I can be driving down the street, going down the highway, whatever I'm doing, and then cars will just pop in and render. You know, I can see 200 yards ahead of me, but they're only rendering in at 100 yards. Now, for me personally, that's not a big deal. It doesn't really bother me. I notice it every now and then, but normally I'm focusing on my radar anyway, trying to figure out, where I need to go, where I need to make the next turn, so I don't notice it very often, but it is there, so be aware of that. And the biggest thing is open areas. So like out in the Badlands, anywhere you have a long line of sight, whenever, like I said, as of today, whenever I was playing a mission, and I actually have a video of the mission that I'm talking about right now. I'll link it. I'll put it up. Is it up here or up there? Anyway, it'll pop up right here where you can click it and see exactly, specifically what I'm talking about. But basically, at a long range, with a sniper rifle, really with any guns, there is an issue with character models popping in and out. And a few reasons why this is a big deal. There's some obvious reasons. The most obvious reason is that, well, they're shooting at you. You're trying to shoot at them, but you can't see them. If you can't see them, you can't hit them. If you can't hit them, you can't hurt them. That presents a pretty big problem. Another issue with this, and I'm not sure if it has something to do with the rendering or not, which I'm no game developer, no technical expert, but I would think it probably does, is there was moments where I would shoot a guy, just a regular enemy, and it should take 2-3 shots max to kill him. I would shoot him 5-6 times, never go down. Then he would pop out. I would pull out of my scope, and I couldn't see him. Zoom back in, I can see him. So, yeah, as far as Xbox One X, if you can get past those sort of things, rendering issues mainly, those are the biggest issues I've had on the Xbox One X. As far as glitches, every now and then somebody will be holding a gun in a cutscene that they shouldn't be holding. That happened to me, I think, 2 nights ago. And they'll cross their arms and the gun will be going through their bodies. Stuff like that will happen on occasion. So if you're okay with that too, I would, say that it's hard to recommend something that when you talk about it and you start pointing out the flaws, you see all these issues. But when a game is done so well in the sense of, every square inch of that city feels handcrafted in a lot of ways. Something different's always going on. You're always getting new missions. Everywhere you go, you never really feel like you're in the same place twice. It's just kind of like Skyrim or even Oblivion. It's that kind of game where there's so much to do. There's so much content. And there's so much good immersion moments that you could almost excuse some of the glitches and bugs that inevitably it will have. Now, that being said, like I said, if you're big on, like the rendering thing almost got me, that mission. You can go back and watch, like I said, you can go back and watch that video. But on that mission, that was a moment where I was like, okay, if this happens again, this happens multiple times, I'm probably going to put this game down until they figure out a way to get that issue patched. Or until I can get a Series X and get the upgraded version and play it on it. But all in all, take this with a grain of salt. Like I said, if you've been looking forward to Cyberpunk and you enjoy that type of game and you enjoy that immersive type of game, Skyrim-y kind of immersion, and you want something handcrafted, and you can tell the developers put a lot of work into this game. Now, it may have been rushed out because of this reason or that reason, because the guys upstairs, whatever it was, but you can tell when you play this game, there was a lot of love and care put into this game. And to me, because of that, and because of how immersive it is and can be, and the scale of it, I'm okay with playing it how it is. Now, like I said, I'm not too sure how many hours I've put. I really need to get on there and check. I'll actually show my hours on the screen. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably over 20, I imagine. If it's not quite 20, it's probably around that, but it's probably over 20. That's coming off my memory, so I could be wrong there. Apologize if I am. But yeah, I'll show you that on the screen. But with all the time I've put in it, that one moment, that one mission, was the only time that I actually considered putting it down. My opinion is that if you have an Xbox One X and you really like it, like I've said before, it's worth it. Go and buy it. Same thing goes for the PS4 Pro. I think the PS4 Pro may be having a slight more issues from what I've read and can tell. I don't have a PS4 Pro. I would look into that more. Don't rely on me on this, but I would say, because the hardware is similar as far as power and everything, I know the Xbox One X got a little leg up on it technically, but it should be close enough that you shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble either. You'll probably be having the same issues that I'm having on the Xbox One X for the most part. So on the PS4 Pro, I would say go for it. You should be good there. I feel like you should be okay. Now, for the Xbox One and the PS4, don't buy it. Unless, the only reason you should, if you have an Xbox One or PS4 base models, the only way I would buy this game is that you're going to be buying it. Hopefully you can get it. Maybe you can get a discount right now. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I haven't looked into that. But you're going to have to go in with the understanding that there are going to be issues. A lot of rendering issues. A lot of bugs. I know they've been working on it. They've been trying to get it right for those older systems. But you're going to have a lot of issues. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. It'll probably never be 100% right on those base consoles, because I just don't think that the hardware is there. I know that originally they said that this thing was going to be built for the Xbox One or the Xbox One X, and actually the older consoles. It's been in development for 8 years. I know they said that, but I'm sure things change as new consoles come out, and they're like, oh, we can do this now. We can do this. So they keep adding things and trying to make things better, but at the same time, they leave this older stuff behind. My point of saying that is that I just don't know on those base consoles if the game will ever run how it's meant to run. I think it'll always have issues, but I don't want to tell someone that if they really, really want to play Cyberpunk and they really, really, really love those kind of games where it's just real immersive, they really love to get lost in worlds, worlds that have really been handcrafted and playing those kinds of games, right? If you really like that and you go in it with the understanding that you're going to have some issues, maybe some crashes, it's going to play worse on those. From what I can tell, it plays the worst on the PlayStation 4. Xbox One does slightly better, but it's probably not much different. So basically, to sum this video up, because I wasn't meaning to go into real detail about this, I was just going to give you guys my opinion, because I have had some people message me in the Facebook group and on my Facebook page and asking how it's been running on my system, because I posted a video recently. I guess some people saw it, and if I think that they should spend their money on it. Computer, high-end computer or medium-grade computer, buy it. Just go get it. It's a good game. It's a fun game. You'll probably enjoy it. Xbox Series X, PS5, go get it. It's going to run fine. May have a bug here or there, but for the most part, your rendering is probably going to be good. You probably won't have a whole lot of issue. Xbox One X, PS4 Pro, I would recommend it. I would say it's fine. If you really want to play that game, go get it. You're going to be good. Now, the Xbox One and the PS4 base models, I just wouldn't recommend it. I just really don't. I don't feel comfortable telling anyone to go spend their hard-earned money on a game that's going to have some issues, and it's going to be a while before they get ironed out. Like I said before, if you really like it, and that's just, you're just like, you're fine putting up with the bugs, then do it, you do you. But if you want to play it and if you can't upgrade your console or you're not looking to upgrade anytime soon, I'd give it 2 months, 3 months, honestly, and then check back in and see how they're doing. That's just my opinion on it. That's just what I think. I don't claim to be an expert, but I've been paying attention, to what's going on. I'm always checking in on news and everything, and I've definitely put in some time on my Xbox One X console, so I've seen some of the stuff that people are talking about and some of what people are dealing with. But yeah, I guess I'm going to end the video here because I probably talked way too long. I was trying to keep this video under 10 minutes. I'm at 12 minutes, so hopefully by the time I cut it and edit it, that'll be down a little bit. But I want to thank you guys for watching, if you're still here watching and seeing the video all the way through. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of the other content that I got. If you like those videos, consider subscribing, join the Finfolk Legion. I'm also stream on Twitch and on Facebook. Finfolk Gaming on both of those sites you can find me at whenever I go live. You can join in and chat, and we always hang out and have a good time. And yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. And once again, I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the New Year's, and I hope it's a very, very good New Year's for all of you out there. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.